Hey, Happy New Year,
buddy. Happy New Year. Hope you've been enjoying those cruises.
Yes, and hope 2025 brings some amazing memories and some amazing experiences. And it's a very special day for us today because today marks our second anniversary on YouTube. Our first video was actually posted on the 6th of January 2023, and 2 years later here we are. And
can you remember the first video?
Yeah, I can. It was Newbury Beach. Shall we play a little bit of it? Or I think we better greet people first.
Because there's a lot of people in. So let's start off with Stephen Brown. Good evening, Stephen.
Hi,
how are
Stephen.
You? Graham Winkworth. Happy New Year from Graham and Alison.
Graham and Alison, always good to see you here.
Obviously, the beautiful David Venus. Hello, folks. We'll be logging down. That's me, obviously. Patricia and Pat.
Hey,
happy
Pat,
second anniversary.
You
have packed a lot of great footage. Oh, I forget I can do
this now. You keep forgetting you can do that, don't you?
Happy second anniversary. You've packed a lot of great footage and information into your videos. Thank you and well done, and watched many. Pat,
that's so kind of you. Thank you, Pat. We've absolutely loved doing them, haven't we?
And guess who's back? It's Mary, everybody.
Hey, Mary. She's back from your cruise.
Hello, everyone, and I hope you all had a great Christmas. Would like to wish you all a happy and prosperous 2000.
We had a good Christmas, didn't we? Quiet, but we had a good Christmas.
Yeah, we did. It was great.
Mary, I want to ask you a favor. Those pictures you sent me from the videos from New Year's Eve were amazing. And I've got one loaded on here of the fireworks. So I just need to know that you're happy for me to play the fireworks that you were able to see off the ship. And just confirm, I think was it Lisbon you were at?
Looked a bit Lisbon-y.
I think it might have been Lisbon, but Mary will confirm it, I'm sure.
Right.
Happy New Year to Mary, and it's great to have you back.
Billy,
hey Billy,
Happy New Year.
How you doing?
Pat has put, thank you, well wishes. Happy New Year to you all. Bless you. Diane Powers in. Hi guys.
Hi,
hello
Diane.
Tracy Clark has put Happy New Year.
Hi
and
Tracy.
To
Happy
you
New Year to you as well.
Thank you. Right, everybody. So we just said a moment ago that our first video that we ever did was Newbury Beach. So before we go on, Mike's going to show you a clip now. It was actually Newbury Beach, if you haven't ever been, is in Anglesey. It's a beautiful pine forest that sort of spills onto the beach. We went there with the boys from Manchester, didn't we, once? Fell in love with it.
Newbury Beach is probably my favourite beach in the whole of the UK that I've ever been to, because you've got two, and unfortunately you're only going to see a little clip of the island. But either side of the picture you'll see are two massive long stretches of beaches. And then, as Dave says, there's a forest that comes right up to the dunes, and they have recently reintroduced red squirrels into the area. And we were lucky enough to see one when we were there. So let's have a look at this little clip from our first ever YouTube video. I had to take the music out because
I was going to say that's
no, I had to take the music out because we've been stung the last two live streams we've had. Him being mistaken for Placido Domingo, and also we played the silent disco one, and because it was music playing in the background, I got a copyright strike. So that's two copyrights. So I thought, I'm going to take the music out, even though we got the license for the music for it. I know that they'll pick it up, and then I've got to go through the appealing, and it's quite an experience trying to appeal a copyright strike.
Crazy when it was my own music, but anyway.
But I think also as well, that same day on the 6th of January 2023, we released our first cruise video. Do you remember which one it was?
Well, yeah, because Discovery 2.
It was Discovery 2, but what video?
I'm going to say it was My In a Nutshell.
No. Oh, Afternoon Tea, the musical Afternoon Tea. So let's have a quick look at the musical Afternoon Tea.
Okay, where are we? There it is.
We were blown away with what was served to us. Colourful, plenty of variety, and having been contacted the day before.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? We loved that musical Afternoon Tea. It was on Discovery 2. We have never had one like it on Voyager or Explorer. So Discovery 2, they do it in the right location. And they could actually do it in that location on Voyager and on Explorer, but they don't.
No, I don't know why they don't. I mean, we just loved it on Discovery 2, and yet it just wasn't the same experience on Explorer. But anyway, that then was our first cruise video we ever did, and I think it's got about 8.1 thousand views, so it didn't do too bad. Newbury Beach only got about 500, but
it was our infancy,
and I loved it.
Yeah.
But it's quite interesting because if you look back on our older videos, you can see how poor our thumbnails were. But one of the things that I've learned from doing YouTube for 2 years is I've actually started, I never thought I had a creative side, but I've actually started creating more better thumbnails. And
everyone's got to remember, though, it was our hobby. We used to make videos before this, but for ourselves, like normal holiday videos that we just hold on file, and when our friends came, we bored them with that. And I said to Mike one day during COVID, I think it was, why don't you just do some videos for YouTube as a hobby? And that's where it was born from.
Yeah, and I said to him, well, I'll give it 6 months and see how it goes. And we got our 1,000 subscribers in about 4.5 months. And then it's just kept growing, and we've got over 7,000 subscribers now, which just blows my mind. Videos have been viewed 1.3 million times, which again,
he's bragging now.
I've never had a million of anything. That was absolutely amazing, but none of it would be possible without these people coming and watching and supporting us.
Well,
so
let's thank them again. We've got some more messages here. So where are we? Oh, not yet, John. I'm coming to you. Mary, yes, I'm happy for you to use the videos.
Oh, it was
Funchal.
Madeira.
Oh, I love Funchal.
We love Madeira. Well, before we move on, shall we show? This is what it's like to spend New Year's Eve on a cruise ship. And this is looking over into Funchal.
And before I play it, it's making me want to do it.
And Mary, thank you for sending it. It's amazing. How amazing was that?
That looked insane.
That's made me want to go on a cruise for New Year's Eve. We've done Christmas, but we've never done New Year's Eve. But that is be amazing.
And Mary, I'm hoping you'll tell us it was a proper good party as well, because we love a good party.
What time did you go to bed that night?
If it was me, I'd been in bed by 10. Right, moving on. We've got John. Hello, John. Late to the party.
John.
2 hours worth of reports.
Better late than never.
Oh, John, I hope you're all right, mate. He's lost 2 hours of his reports.
Oh no! And I moaned at losing about 10 minutes of updating on YouTube, but that would be awful.
Oh, he says the WordPad crashed. You can't trust tech these days, John. No. Get back the typewriters. Happy days. Happy days. Patricia has put, Mary loved your footage. It was
so good, and I so appreciated seeing it. It's lovely that people are sending us stuff, and we love seeing your videos and pictures because it's amazing.
It is. We've got a question. Jack Jones has put, hello guys, Jacko here. I'm taking my mum on Marella Explorer 2. What do you think of the ship, please? Thanks.
Right. Unfortunately, Explorer 2 is one of the 2 Marella ships we haven't been on. We haven't been on Discovery, and we haven't been on Explorer 2.
We can give an educated guess, though.
But we have been on Explorer, which is very similar. Not totally the same, but very similar. And of course, the big difference is Explorer 2 is adults only, which we're desperate to try because that is a big bonus for us.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I think the layout's going to be the same as Explorer. Because the Voyager has obviously the lock-in, not lock-in, the exchange. I think that's the only major difference with the layout. Maybe some restaurants and stuff in the buffet will be different, but other than that, I think Explorer and Explorer 2 are very similar.
Yeah, and I think you'll love it. It's, we really rave about Marella because we've done 3 cruises with them on 3 different ships, and we've just loved them all. Yes, you can go and find little faults, but at the end of the holiday, we've always found we've enjoyed it so much that the little things that sort of irritate you, they're not worth worrying about. There's so much good.
And you know Marella. What? You're going to get irritations on even your massive MSCs, your NCLs, even your not Sea Line. What's it called? Silver Seas.
Yeah, Silver any Seas. Of them.
Right. Where we go. John has a question. I always worry with these. Can you explain how bonded luggage works? Asking for 14.3 members. I think did he mean 14.3 thousand members?
Yes,
ticket is for
yes,
the group,
14.3 thousand
Okay.
for the Marella Voyager group on Facebook. Now,
Okay,
bonded. I wish I'd got the
bonded,
thing
not
later.
bondage.
This is where your luggage can either go straight to the ship or whether you've actually got to collect it at the other end. Now, I haven't got the information loaded because it applies to if you're sailing, if you're flying with Marella before 12 midday the next day, you can drop your luggage off the night before. Am I on the right lines here, John, or am I going totally different? And also, there's a case that you don't need to collect the luggage for all flights, especially if, but it's only relevant if you're flying to certain places.
Right. Let me just read you a very simplified thing.
Yeah,
Marella Cruises offers a bonded luggage service for some of its cruise destinations, including Barbados and the Caribbean. The service means that your luggage is transported directly from the airport to your cabin on the ship, so you don't need to collect it at the airport. Now, we know this only is relevant to the Caribbean. It doesn't work in the Mediterranean. We did it in Croatia. We had to collect their own luggage. It's only, if I'm not mistaken, the Caribbean. And when you're in the line to check your bags, they tag them up with land-based or cruise-based and where it is, and it all goes off. You don't have to worry about it at all.
Yeah, we loved it because when we went to Barbados, our bags, we left them at the departure airport and we didn't see them again until they were in the cabin on the cruise ship. And that's just so easy.
And that's twice now, and it's worked with ease every single time.
But I don't think this will apply if you're not flying with TUI. If you're flying with another airline, then the likelihood is that you are going to have to pick the bags up at the other end. But the other airline should advise you of this when you drop your luggage off.
Defo. John has put, I will email you photos of Funchal when I get a free hour. Love Funchal. If anyone's never been to Funchal, we did it on a whim once, thinking it was a very 70s destination. I can only explain it as the Hawaii of Europe. It is stunning. I mean, I've never seen all the quarters of the island were different. You had like arid over that side, you had green and lush on that side, volcanic there, and fantastic.
But the views were just amazing, weren't they? It was just a beautiful island. So if you've never been to Madeira, definitely go, because it is some experience. And I actually think as arriving in that port as a cruise passenger, it would be so easy to see so much of Funchal. And you've also got the cable car that goes up to the top. Was it Japanese Gardens there?
Yes, it's Oriental Gardens.
And the views down into Funchal from there. So you could have a really nice day in Funchal without having to spend a lot.
And you can do that, I don't know what it's called, like you sit in a basket and they go down these large hills to the bottom. And of course you can see where Ronaldo, was he from Funchal?
Yes.
I know he spent a lot of money.
He was from Madeira, but I can't, because isn't there a very famous statue there that is a bit of a laugh, apparently?
My recommendations to you is, if you're not going to go up to the top of the hill, when you come off the ship, take a right, walk as far as you can on the right. You come to the sort of like the old towny bit. Beautiful. Some lovely doorways. He loves doors. Weird. Right, moving on. Stephen.
The painted doors in Funchal.
Stephen, anyone here been on Chewy River Cruise? Any comments? Well, we thought about it, but we haven't, purely based on the fact that it doesn't look like it's very interesting to me, because you're in one place as such. You might pass through to a different place, but you're in Germany or whatever.
I think it's more that we're just a little bit
it's too small
unsure about whether there's enough for us to do on the ship to keep us busy for the times that you're not on a stop.
Yeah, but Stephen, if you do go on one, please let us know what it's like, because we have thought about it. It just doesn't really appeal to us at the moment.
I think we like the partying on the big ships, don't we? And Morella's not big by any means, but we like the fact of having something quieter to do,
and more laid back.
On a bit more chills, I think.
Billy Blacklock has put, that's on my bucket list, Funchal New Year's Eve cruise.
Oh, well, I mean, you've just seen the pictures of the fireworks, amazing. It might just be on my bucket list now as well, thanks to Mary.
Defo mine. Cheers, Mary. Right, Paul has put, hi guys, I can't wait to get back on Marella later this year. Missed the deck parties and barbecues. Do you know what? We've only seen a barbecue once, and I'm gutted because when we saw it, we'd just eaten and I was full, and it looked insane. Jacket potatoes, which we were craving.
I love my potatoes. Strange, I know, but the jacket potatoes were like
massive.
This
But you can't get a jacket on the cruise for some reason. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they looked amazing. And we'd eaten, I think, when we actually came across. We didn't know this barbecue was on. Yeah. Don't know how we missed it because it would have been in the cruise news, but we did miss it. And we'd already eaten, and we walked past it, and I just thought, oh, we've missed the trick.
But I haven't seen it again.
No, I think they only do it once a week, but I'll definitely try and find out.
I think it's on Voyager or Explorer.
I think they would have had it, but I don't know though.
Mary has put the party atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. I bet it was. Because I would assume people going on there are going on there because they want to bring in the new year in, on a cruise ship somewhere different. So I bet they'd be buzzing.
Oh, and I take it they obviously have the bands performing on the deck, so it's like a proper deck party. So I would imagine it would be amazing. I definitely want to do New Year.
I'm sold. Get there. What's the dog doing? I think she's digging.
Oh, dog's digging. What's she hidden?
Right. David Taylor. Hello, David. Question.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, guys. Happy New Year. We are going on Marella Discovery 2 on the 2nd of July, 2025. Lucky. I was going to say bugger then. Bugger. We're going from Limassol, Cyprus. Have you done any excursions? If so, what was the best? We haven't done any Greek Isle cruises.
We've done Discovery 2, but where did we? Oh, we were in.
Caribbean.
Yeah, it was Caribbean. Were the days they did Cuba and Costa Rica. It was amazing.
So let me just quickly put it out there, David. We haven't done it, but anybody in our room, we have a lot of cruises here. Anyone in our room done that? Chuck in the comments some advice for David, please.
Also worth, David, looking for the Discovery 2 Facebook group and ask the question on there, and I'm sure you'll get lots of replies.
Well, do you know in the Caribbean that they do like the Taste of the Tropics group and they have groups specific to itinerary? Yeah. They do that on the Greek ones.
I don't know whether they've got them specific for all the cruises,
David.
But they'll certainly have one on Discovery 2.
The name of your itinerary, they're all named on Marella. Go into Facebook and type it into the search engine. You never know. There might be an actual group dedicated to just that itinerary. And then you can ask your questions in there and you'll get some great answers.
But the Discovery 2 is a beautiful ship, so I'm sure you're absolutely going to love it.
Yeah. Lynn and Dave, hello.
Hi, Lynn and Dave.
Happy New Year. From Tenerife. Ooh. Came off the Explorer on Friday. Very warm here in Tenerife. The Explorer excelled again. The fireworks in Madeira on New Year's Eve were spectacular. Never seen.
Oh, so Lynn and Dave were there as well?
Granted, we weren't there.
I know. Well, maybe next year.
Maz should have snuck us in her room.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Bless you. I'm glad you enjoyed it though, Lynn and Dave. Paul Kearney, Explorer 2 is fab. Your mum will love it. Jack Jones.
Oh, there you go. Because it doesn't surprise me. We haven't done Explorer 2, but it doesn't surprise me that it'd be fab.
There we go.
It'll be fab.
He's lost for words.
It'll be fab.
Steve Marley has put, good evening. Happy to you anniversary on
thank you,
channel.
Steve.
Thank you, Steve. It's very
Let's hope there's many more.
Can you imagine I just quit?
I just need to do some more cruises.
I know. I keep telling him he can go on his own, but he won't go. Right. Okay, Jack. We're back to Jack. Hi, guys. Mum is in a mobility scooter. Will she be okay on the ship with a mobility scooter? They cater for it. Yes, they do. We've seen it in Caribbean. There was a lady who got off at Cuba, and it wasn't an easy get off, and it was absolutely fine. The gangways support that size mobility. I take it it's a mobile one, a fold down one. They support it. They'll help you. If great.
You look on, I think it's on the last cruise we did, Marella Explorer playlist that we've got on our YouTube channel. There is a room of a disability room, and I was quite surprised how spacious they are, how roomy they are. The specific rooms were in a really wide corridor. Obviously, the doors are wide. The ship, you've got the lifts everywhere. I think you'll find absolutely no problems at all. If you have any concerns, there is a special number. I don't know whether you want to look it up.
I'll post it in the comments. It was there.
That if anybody's got any concerns with disability, medication, anything like that, there is a number to ring. I think it's called the Special Assistance Team or something like that. We'll get the number and
I'll put it in the comments so it's there. We're not talking about it's there.
Yeah.
Right. Mary, I want to call him Mazza, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed. I love Explorer 2, great atmosphere, and Explorer 2 is completely different from Explorer 1.
Now that's surprising.
Explorer 1 is more or less the same as Voyager, exception of a lounge on Explorer 1 to Arts House on Voyager, and next 3 are on Explorer 2. Well, it's one that we need to do, so hopefully before long we'll have a video on it.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we're looking to book a cruise really soon. I mean, you know that we've been tied because of Dave training for his new job for the last 4 or 5 months. But he hasn't got much longer to go, and hopefully then we'll start getting some dates that we'll be able to start looking to book. And I just can't wait because it feels so long since we did our last cruise. And I really want to get working on some more content and improving our knowledge of Marella, of course. Although it might not be Marella our next one.
It might not be, but it probably will be.
Only because I want to do the fjords and they don't go there.
Yeah,
I
don't want to do it. But I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just typing this into the comments for you so you can all.
Right. So, yeah, if you've got, because I mean, a lot of people I think are worried about no fridges with medication. And apparently, if you ring and ask, they will arrange for a fridge to be in your room so that you can keep your medication in there. That's what we've heard of has been happening anyway.
Yeah. John is very right. I should have added that. It only applies to Chewy flights.
Yeah.
So
I did say that.
You did. If the package is with Chewy, and it's the Chewy flight and the cruise combined, it is bonded. Otherwise, you'll have to source your own flights.
And I would say the sensible thing, and we always do it, the sensible thing to do is when you're actually offloading your luggage as you're leaving, then ask the girls on the desk there, do I need to pick my luggage up? And they will confirm whether you do or you don't. So simple as that.
To be fair, there are stewards in the queue on these ones.
Yeah.
Right, Stuart's Lowndes question. Hello, Stuart, first of all. I'm going on Voyager in April. Did you visit the casino and or mini golf? If so, what were your thoughts? Yeah, all the time.
We did.
First things first, we were addicted to the crazy golf from Discovery 2, but we were disappointed with Voyager. They said they've had a rehaul of it, but it was just boring. It wasn't fun at all.
It was on Discovery 2. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was fun.
But it was a large area as well.
And it was fair, whereas we found on the Voyager, we were really looking forward to playing because it was new ships, and we thought, oh, it's going to be better. And we found they'd packed it into this tight area, and
just a little
the first 2 holes were under this little, I don't know, shelter area, and then the rest were all up and down one strip. And it just became impossible to play because some of the holes you couldn't get a hole in one, which sort of defeated the object. And some were just ridiculous that you just couldn't get anywhere near the hole.
They were.
So we were disappointed, but give it a go. You might love it. The clubs and the balls are at the start, and so you don't have to go looking for those. They're in a box at the start.
Casino.
The person who lost £20 in about 30 seconds.
The casino is at the front of the ship, and it's to the left-hand side. It's basically next to the silent disco. So you've got the gym on the right, the silent disco. I'm sorry, the club in the middle, and then the casino on the left. I enjoyed it. It's small. It's not like one of the big ones. It's small. It does enough. It's quiet out the way.
They do learning. So if you want to go and learn poker, I didn't know what
they teach you how to play poker.
They do lessons. That's the way
they do learning.
Sometimes I can't get the word out that I'm looking for. If you're not sure how to play, they do lessons there. They have tournaments there. Look out in Cruise News because they'll have poker tournaments and stuff if you want to go and play during the day. And then of course at night you've got the tables, the blackjack, the roulette. The poker, and you've got some slot machines.
Yes.
But casinos aren't a big thing on Marella ships. It's quite a small casino.
Yeah. Lynn and Dave, we booked motorbike and sidecar in Funchal. Would highly recommend. Wow. And now I know Funchal, and it's basically like that.
Are you going in the sidecar?
So there's no way on earth I'd be seen or even ride with him. But I'd be the one riding the motorbike and he'd be in the sidecar.
We'd be like Wallace and Gromit, wouldn't we?
Can't trust him at all. Honestly,
I wouldn't trust myself.
Stephen Brown, you can get baked potatoes in the kitchens. No, you can. I know they just weren't served when we were on Discovery 2. It was a nightmare.
They weren't that big.
We were desperate for it, but they just didn't have any.
And they go nicer with the barbecue.
They did. Mary,
do you know we haven't done the news yet? We'll have to pause this in a minute because we've got some important news.
We'll have a little pause after Graham.
Yeah, do a few more.
I do it after Mary because I think that they're linked. Graham's are linked. Okay, so jack potatoes are available on deck 11 in the Mediterranean bar. One side is pizza and pasta, other side is jacket, paella, and panini.
I miss jackets.
What ship's this on?
Mediterranean.
We didn't have a Mediterranean bar.
Isn't the Mediterranean bar? Yeah, we did. Isn't that the
we had non Explorer, and then we had it Albufera. We had
that's
non
Voyager.
What am I thinking of?
Explorer was the Mediterranean because it was.
We never go there.
I don't know.
Gutted. Gutted. Right. We are
gonna, I think, in the coming live streams, we're gonna go on specific ships. It'll refresh our memory a bit, and we're gonna bring you lots of clips and do a stream on a particular ship. An itinerary, and we'll do that as we move forward into this year.
Well, Michael, consider we're talking about food, we need to talk about our news for the Voyager, and it's not good news, I'm afraid, guys. So most of you will be aware, if you follow Marella Voyager, that they have introduced a new restaurant, and they are trialing it, and it's called Piccadilly's.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for everybody, we have heard on good authority that it is not ever going to be going on Voyager.
Well, not necessarily never, but there's no plans for it. So it definitely exists on Explorer 2 at the moment, and it's now on Discovery 2.
But then could I just say, you wouldn't want the same restaurant on every single ship. Because just like all the ships you've got, like I said to you before, you've got Nonna's Pizza and the Mexican. And then on another one, you've got the Mediterranean and of
course, you've got Silver Fork. You've got
you want it to be mixed.
The two sort of top restaurants.
You want it to be mixed.
So, yeah, you want it to be mixed. But I don't know.
As far as I'm concerned, Voyager doesn't need it at the moment because I think the restaurants.
But it's definitely not coming onto Voyager. So there was a little bit of information going around. Oh, they're going to bring it and introduce it. It's come from TUI that they are not on no plans to introduce it onto Voyager. Let's
quickly talk about the current sale that is running on Marella. So for everybody, so there, Mike's found some cruise bargains, so it's going to pop them up now.
Yes, including a royal suite.
Yes. So Michael found, was it this one?
No, you've got to go back a page.
Let's go back a page. We're on a slideshow. So if you look here, we have got 1,852,
which I thought, that's a lot still.
But like we said, we still think that the Sail Away 300 deal. Oh no, because that's on the Caribbean, I think.
No, it's if you spend £1,000, you get £100 off. If you spend 2,000, you get 200 off, and 3,000, you get 300 off. That is still valid at the moment. So this cruise, their codes have worked even with sale items in the past. I haven't gone through with this one to see if it does, but I would be surprised if it doesn't. So you could probably get another £200 off this price. But the standout factor for me for this one is that the accommodation is a royal suite cabin.
Wow.
So it goes 20... I can't see with my eyes.
Right, I'll tell you. It departs on the 21st of January. So if you're retired and you don't have any commitments, this is a perfect cruise to snap up. It's in Tenerife, Lanzarote, Funchal, Madeira. It's probably the same one, I think, that they've just all done for New Year's. I'm not sure. But it's £1,852 all in for a royal suite. You cannot go wrong.
Which should be pretty special. So, of course, this is on Marella Cruises' last-minute deals. I think there's about 54 deals on there at the moment. And it's always worth, particularly if you can travel sort of without much notice, it's always worth keep going on. I'm on here once a week checking them out because the prices change as it gets nearer to them as well.
I have got to mention, because I just looked at my computer down here and John's going to comment on this, saying, is that flight from Exeter, just down the road? It's from Exeter. It could be
do it, John. Away. Royal Suite. Do it.
Is that where John lives? Have I outed John?
No, it's that direction. I don't think it's Exeter.
John,
it's going to be his airport. But yeah, always worth going and checking on these. I think they're two quite good deals.
This one here was quite nice. 25th of January, £1,204 in a family balcony cabin.
So families, this would be ideal. I think the other one is family as well. And also it's worth looking at Marella sort of solo cruises because they have some good deals on there. But of course, they sell out quite quick because of the limitation of them. But yeah, always worth looking. Last minute cruises, Marella, they have some cracking bargains, and there are some that go into sort of 6-8 weeks ahead. So there is a little bit of notice there.
Right. Hold on. I stopped there on purpose because Graham has a question which refers to the next piece of information. So Graham has asked, I messaged Chewy this afternoon about immigration for BVI and St. Kitts. They just said that it's my responsibility and to check the FCDO website. Right.
There's been quite a lot of fuss about this week because for those of you that don't know, on the 1st of January 2025, British Virgin Islands, you needed to start filling an immigration if you were visiting the British Virgin Islands. And the same thing has also happened for St. Kitts, but it doesn't list on there what date that commenced. So I'm not sure whether that's commenced yet, but there is access to the form to fill it in. So I imagine it's now in sort of progress. But it would seem that nobody at TUI shops or the staff were able to answer this question. People going on their cruise that were visiting these islands, did they need to complete the immigration forms? And if so, how were they going to do it when it couldn't be done till 72 hours before? If they were already on the ship, how were they going to fill the forms in without internet? So there's been quite a lot of worry and stress this week, but with the help of John, I think we're sort of, and other people I will mention who have been very helpful, we have sort of now, I think, established that if you are going on the cruise ship and visiting British Virgin Islands or St. Kitts, you do not need to fill the immigration form in. Now, if you go to the Government UK travel advice site, then it does say that the immigration form is needed. And what I find a little bit strange is on that website, it doesn't say that there is an exception for people arriving on a cruise. But a lot of talk has been that the cruise you've got cover through the cruise visa, etc. And I certainly know that Sharon messaged today that her brother is currently on this cruise and has visited British Virgin Islands today and did not need to do any paperwork. So it would seem that at the moment, you don't need to worry about doing the immigration forms for these islands. You still need to do it for Barbados. But I would still, if it was me, question my local travel agent or whoever I booked it with, because I think it's all right them saying it's your responsibility. I mean, would you fill it in just to be on the safe side?
Me personally, yeah.
I think I probably would.
So it was there ready.
But you can't do that if you're already on the ship.
Very true. Do you want to pull up this slide or not?
No. Oh, is this the Trinidad one? Because
yeah, it's the BVI.
So the best we can say at the moment is that it doesn't seem like immigration forms are needed. But keep an eye on the situation because that could always change. Now, the other thing that's been going on that's been in the news recently is the violence in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, Trinidad and Tobago is one of the, I can't remember whether it was Paradise Island, I think it's Taste of the Tropics, that it visits there on this, on its itinerary. Now, again, I've checked with the Gov UK travel advice site, and they are warning about civil unrest, but they're not advising that you shouldn't visit. I think most of the problems are probably on Trinidad. And I would say that the best advice at the moment would be to book, probably the safest thing would be to book an excursion either through TUI, to book with a local travel company, and not to go off on the beaten track yourself, really. And I think, like anywhere, you've got to be safe. We love Tobago. We had a trip there and we really enjoyed it.
We did.
And I think, you know, just be careful. Don't do anything stupid like going off on your own. Probably best to avoid Trinidad.
Yeah, definitely. Hope that helped you guys. I stayed out of it because I'll probably give you the wrong information, but well done, Mike. John has put Didn't see any baked potatoes in October in the kitchens. Thank you, John, because I haven't seen any on there myself.
We didn't, I don't think.
I haven't, but like I said, on the barbecue only. But hey ho, I'm sure we will again. Graham has backed his last one. Someone on Facebook said that they entered the PVI today with no immigration forms and no problem. So hopefully that's answered the question for you, Graham.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Yeah. Tony Johnson, Happy New Year on the Voyager 6th of Feb. Tony and Julie, Northern Ireland.
Oh, Tony and Julie, Northern Ireland. Good to see you.
Jealous.
Happy New Year to you both.
You're going to love the Voyager. I love it.
We love
it. I hope they do now. They don't believe us.
Come back and let us know what you think.
Bobby is on. Happy New Year, guys.
Hey,
Happy New Year,
Bobby. How you doing?
Well,
Happy New Year to you.
Stephen Brown at John Freeman, they were available as well. Guys, no fighting over potatoes, okay?
Well, you were always at the salad bar and you never came back and told me they were there.
I think they hit and miss. Sometimes they do, because obviously they restock at ports. If they haven't got them, they haven't got them. If they haven't,
and if it's certain days, then we don't eat in the main sort of in the buffet every day. So we probably just missed the days they were there.
Sue has put, hi guys, I'm going on the Voyager to the Caribbean in 10 weeks. What are your thoughts on the reports of baggage being opened and items being stolen? I've seen this on Facebook.
Yeah, that was also on my list to talk about, and we haven't quite got there yet. There's been a lot of reports lately that people's luggage are being broken into. And I think a lot of the problem is that people aren't taking sort of enough care in securing their baggage as much as they can.
How do you?
Well, I mean, if they're going to rip open, they're going to rip open. But a lot of the cases these days are hard cased. And I think you need to make sure that you've got a lock on it if there isn't a built-in lock. Now, our suitcases have got the built-in locks.
I want to quickly jump in here. Mark and Jack, our friends that we cruise with, I remember them buying, and I was like, what are they buying that for? It's a case that has no zip. It closes and fastens and locks. Now, the reason why the zipped cases are pointless is because when you lock them together like that, you can just put, from my old police days, put a pen in the top and pull it down and it opens the case. And then you can just move the zip with the lock in place back around. Or if it's locked in, just use a pen. It opens. It's easy. But you can't do that with the close. You know what I'm talking about? The seals and they close and lock. Really good case.
I mean, we should say that the vast majority of people will not have any problems at all. So, you know, you're just going to be very unlucky if it happens to you. And I think all you can do is take the precautions. You know, be careful what you put in the case in the first place. You know, you don't want to take high value items, but I appreciate that can't always be avoided. Make sure if it hasn't got a lock that you put a lock on it, because you're then making it much more difficult for them to actually get in. I think a lot of them are opportunist thieves at the baggage in the airports that can quickly unzip them.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
Take a photo of your luggage open with everything in it. Because then you can prove to your insurance company if something does go missing, what was packed in that case at the time.
It's a good point. And if, of course, you do find that your baggage has been or something stolen or missing from it, then make sure you report it at the airport as soon as you find out, or when you get home as soon as you find out, both to the police, to the airline, to your holiday company, obviously to your insurance.
Definitely. Hope it didn't happen to anybody on our live as well.
No.
Or anyone, full stop. Okay, Mary Kotor, Montenegro is far prettier than the Norwegian fjords, in my opinion, Mike. Thanks, Mary.
Oh, you might have changed my mind about going to the fjords.
Thank you, Mary. It's a spectacular experience sailing in and out of Kotor. It is stunning.
I love Kotor.
I'm not a cold weather person, Mary. I like the heat. I like to have my chest out, you know, all that sort of stuff. I can't think of anything worse than being freezing cold on top deck with a coat on, going up a mountain, being even colder, raining. It's not for me.
See,
it's not for me.
I don't like cold weather, but I just thought if it's like sort of Kotor, it's going to be amazing, the scenery. But Kotor was amazing, and if the fjords are disappointing in regards to Kotor, then it might not be the place to go. Might have to rethink. You'll be happy.
Alison has put, hi guys. Hi Alison.
Hi
how
Alison.
Are you? Mary has put Medbar is on Explorer. So we have been on it then.
Yes. I thought it was.
I can't remember.
Oh, you can't remember.
Is that flight from Exeter? Oh, yes. Definitely, John. Exeter Airport.
Get on it, John.
John, you need to go on that. That is like an amazing deal.
Yeah, get some pictures of the room for us.
Do some videos as well. Mary, don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Oh, Mary, thank you.
You haven't put the reminder on the screen. You're slacking.
I did. I'm sure I did.
Please hit the like, folks. It does us.
We've had
a
2
lot of
likes
good.
so far.
Is that all?
And one of them was me.
2 likes.
Yeah.
Put the flasher on the bottom.
I'm going to now. Jack Jones, question. Mum will be 70. Can you sing happy birthday to her, please? Also, she is worried about getting seasick.
What's her name?
The best tablet you can take.
What's her name?
This is going to be embarrassing now. Right. Okay.
We can't sing Mom, can we?
Jack's mum. Jack, if you're still here, put the name in and we'll sing.
Yeah, put the name and we'll certainly manage that.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it singing in my case, but I'll have a go.
Well, Jack, as far as seasickness tablets go, we've never been seasick. However, I have heard a few little old tales of ginger being really good, chewing on some ginger.
The bands are supposed to be pretty good. That you can buy the travel sickness bands.
Yeah. What else we bought something. We bought some tablets. We never used them, but someone said they were very good.
The only thing I would say is that definitely take tablets with you if you're worried about getting seasickness, because you don't want to have to go and see the doctor on board, because we heard of somebody that had to pay £100 just for 2 tablets.
And remember, Jack, if you do get struck with seasickness, because it is quite a common thing, a lot of people on cruises are avid cruisers. Just have a chat with people and say, oh, you know what they do, because they will know, because they've obviously cruised for such a long time.
If anybody else watching on here knows of a good seasickness medication, then please let us know. Or if you're not watching live, put it in the comments.
Right, before we carry on, we know that Linda is her name. So,
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Happy birthday, Linda.
I bet he regrets asking now.
I think the microphone's just broke. Bobby has put Dave was always at the salad bar. Well, you laugh, but I've already had 3 salads this weekend. I love them. And yeah, and the salad bar there's a bit more fatty. I had pie and all sorts on it. Chris Haddington has put, hi guys, better let
Chris and Sarah, hi, how you doing?
Hello. Mary has put, Tenerife has very bad reviews on suitcases being broken into. Oh, well.
Beware then, Tenerife.
Yes.
I think, like you said, take pictures of the contents, make a list, and keep that safe just in case.
See,
majority don't get any problems. So
both being in the police, our advice is always get your evidence first. Think ahead. Evidence first.
Yeah.
Right, John, blooming no day off until quit.
John.
Go on it. Royal cabin.
Oh, John.
Linda, we got that one.
Yeah.
Hello, Linda again.
Hello, Linda. Happy birthday.
Mary, thank you, Mary. I'll pay you later. David Taylor, green apple. Green apple. What we were talking about. Green apple. David, I can't remember what we were talking about, David. Come back to me.
Yeah, give us a reminder on that one.
John Freeman, we pack sturgeon for motion sickness.
Oh, sturgeon
for motion sickness. Sturgeon. What is it's sturgeon a fish?
I can say I can't believe John gets seasickness.
I was just saying, even an old sailor is prone to. Yeah, but the problem is it's to do with your ears and balance.
I don't think it's seasickness if you've had a skinful.
I think it's to do with your ears and your balance and stuff, isn't it? I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, some people are just prone to it, and it's awful if you get that.
Well,
I mean, the other thing we didn't mention, of course, that if you are worried about it and you haven't yet chosen your cabin, try and go as low as you can and midship, and you tend to reduce any motion that you might have. If
there's balcony there, there's no way. There's no way.
No, keep the curtain shut.
Chris has put, hi guys, better late than never. Jack potatoes are available on the salad bar next week. I seem to have created a storm here on Jack potatoes.
Jacket potatoes are available.
I'm going to start protesting. Right. Alison Brandt, I've seen sturgeon tablets being recommended by people on the page. I've never heard of them. Never heard of them.
So sturgeon tablets sounds like they might be a good bet.
I might have to get some on my next week.
Yeah, and if you do get some, let us know whether they worked or not.
Mary's on my side. Ginger nuts, ginger ale, good for seasickness. I swear by ginger. I love ginger. And I always have ginger. I love it. I eat it raw,
and I reckon in the restaurant they've probably got ginger tea.
Yeah, they'll have ginger everywhere somewhere.
Are we doing for time? Because we've got a few items to show people, haven't we? That
We have.
In case people are cruising for the first time or they haven't seen our videos before, we have shown these items before, but we just wanted to go over some of what we think are useful items that people that probably haven't cruised before, and even those that have, might find useful.
Yes. I'm trying to see where you put them.
They're on the first one. But you'll have to go
this one.
Yeah, but you'll have to go. It's a slideshow, so you'll have to go past this, and we'll start with there you go, microfiber towels.
Okay, so we've had a request to talk about some things that are good for tips. So these were a godsend. We use them now on every holiday we go on. They're microfiber towels. The reason why we love them is because they are suitcase savvy. They fold down to nothing, and they dry you so fast.
And the great thing is that when you're going off the ship, they pack up small, but they dry really effectively. This is the large size, which is really big. It goes around me, no problems. But the other thing that Dave says is when you've used it, hold it up for a few seconds and it's dry.
I wouldn't say it's dry in a few seconds, but it dries fast. It dries fast.
I was probably exaggerating.
If you've all watched the videos, you see me prancing down the beach with it, using it as a cloak. I love it. Right.
But we love these towels. They save us a lot of space. Fantastic. And obviously you haven't got the danger of taking the cruise towels off.
Or your own massive thick towels. Because I remember beach towels would always take up loads of room in your luggage.
Just remember the cruise ship will charge you if you don't return your blue towels at the end.
Also, everybody who's cruised before knows about these. These are the towel clips, the towel pegs. They're not expensive. They're dirt cheap. You need them because when you leave your towel on top to get a drink, it is windy sometimes and you will lose your towel. So always have these on there. But guys, please don't hog sunbeds. There's nothing worse than going up there, putting your towel down and not coming back till like about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Luckily, though, Marella are on it now, aren't they?
I think they're trying to keep on top of it, but they're never going to stamp it out. But in all honesty, we're not sunbed people early morning. And I have to say that I was quite surprised that the sunbeds, there was lots available right up until about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then it started to fill up.
Yeah.
But we didn't take these on our first cruise, and we saw everybody else with them on their deck chairs, on their sunbeds. God, I'm back in my Blackpool days. And everybody had got these pegs, and we had to tie our towels to the sunbeds, but we've got these now, and they're absolutely brilliant.
Mark and Jack have got flamingo ones.
Didn't
want to tell.
Have you ever seen any pineapple ones?
Yeah.
I think you can.
They sell them in body care. They do, yeah. Right, this is my godsend. Love it. Not sure if you're allowed them on a cruise ship, but I don't care. I take it every time. This is better to me than an iron because that flat plate on the front is like an iron plate. So if you need to actually put pressure on and rub it down, the creases just go straight away.
That looks quite bulky there.
It's not though. It's really small. It's about this big. Comes with a little bag.
That folds, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The handle.
So the handle detaches. That's where the water goes. With the lid, it goes into a little like cloth bag, and it just fits in there.
And have you seen the price at the moment?
That's a good price. That is.
That's a very good price. It's a cracking item to take with you.
Really
It'll get the creases out.
We
tried the sprays and all sorts, but this is the biz.
Yeah, defo. Right, so this is really important on Marella cruise ships. I know they're changing it now with the upgrade in Discovery 2, but power is a nightmare. So we now know that, well, we knew anyway, that surge protected extension leads are not welcome on cruise ships because obviously they can trip all the power on the boat, blah, blah, blah. So they want you to take, if they're going to take anyone that's not surge protected, which defeats the object to me, but hey ho.
Do you want to scroll on to the next picture? Because I wanted to show that picture because of the size. And this is it actually. So you can see you've got two.
That's quite good. Two
UK plugs, two USBs,
and one USB-C.
Yeah.
And that's only $18.99. And there's a 5% voucher on that at the moment.
Get you another 90p off on it.
Yeah. And that's really good because that'll come down to nothing. And that's going to give you a bit more power in the room because they tend to have one plug. If Discovery 2, though, now I've heard they put British plugs in. Yeah. And they've still got, I think, the USB ports in the light switches.
And of course, the other thing is that if you're taking a lot of the Marella ships have got European plugs on. I think Discovery 2 still got two on there. Voyager had one, but it's the full pin one. Don't get confused with the American one, which has got the flat bits and it's not very strong. But the European one is the round pin, so useful to take at least one, maybe a couple of
We'll
those.
come back to the slideshow in a second. I'll just quickly show you this. So I bought this from Mike for Christmas. It's basically a US, because everything these days has got USB plugs on them, with USB sockets on them. So I bought in this, and it's got 3 USB-Cs, 3 USBs, great for taking on there. Plug it into the lampshade, and you've got all your charging stuff there. So back onto this, I think Michael wanted to talk about luggage tags. So for everybody that's going, these are great. They're metal, and they screw up on the top bit so they can't be ripped off. Easier than, do you know when you're trying to do your Marella luggage tags, and you've got to try and get them, fold them, either staple them or sellotape them.
First time we went and we had those luggage labels to print out, didn't we wrap them in cling film?
We did. It was a nightmare. We did everything because we thought, how will they stay on?
They did stay on, but it didn't look good. But these are brilliant, and of course you can use them again and again and again. And I think they're quite cheap for what they are. Yeah. But they attach to the suitcase and they don't come off. They're really good. I've got to show my phone because I absolutely love my phone.
Let me take this down so they can see it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my phone. And if you look on the back, this is brilliant for storing cards. So when we used to go off at the islands, I used to have my room key in there. I've got 3 cards in there. Got my blue light card, and I've got another credit card at the bottom. This is ideal if you are going off the ship and you want to keep your cards safe. And I've also obviously got the strap that I put around my wrist just to give me a little bit more security, and also so I don't drop it over the ship. But yeah, definitely they're available. I thought I had the thing on here, but I've obviously missed it. I'll try and there it is. Yeah. So available on Amazon, and I'd really recommend it. It's really good.
These are good if you take a lot of photographs on your phone and your iCloud storage is full. You plug this into the bottom, and you can take them from the file and put them onto that. It's a storage bank for your iPhone or your Android phone.
Right. The thing to remember is I take a lot of gigabyte because everything we film is 4K, and my phone soon fills up. The problem I have when we go to the Caribbean is because we have no internet, it can't upload to the iCloud. So my storage gets lower and lower and lower and lower. And I was getting to the stage where I couldn't film anything without deleting something. This saved a lot of problems. And if you are someone that's worried about running out of space on your phone for pictures, then these were a godsend to me.
Yeah.
We spoke about this last week.
Yeah.
Heirloom.
Yeah, I know nothing about these. They're just basically some options for internet, basically on an Air eSIM. So there we go. You can watch this back.
This is their sort of Caribbean prices, and you can see you can get up to 5 gig for £27.
Like I said, if you want more, just put the video back later and pause it, and you can have a look.
A lot of sites recommend Heirloom.
Right. Okay, so that's our guidance on some good tips to take. We've got a few more things to talk about here on the sidewall.
We need to catch up again, don't we?
We do. We've only got about 7 minutes left. See, right. So where are we? Green apple. Okay. Yep. Motion sickness. Okay. Right. Here we go.
You caught up now?
I think so. Happy birthday, Linda.
Green apple. Is that David said about green apple? So is it green apple for motion sickness? I think. Well, he's put motion sickness because we asked what was his green apple comment.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be. The green apple.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Is that a brand? I don't know.
I don't know.
Right. Sorry, David, I'm lost, but thank you though. Anyway, Bobby has put Phenergen is good for seasickness, but it does make you drowsy. But if feeling really bad, might be best to go lie down and have a kip anyway. Yes, and determine whether it's alcohol or actual seasickness. And in Bobby's case, it's probably alcohol. Jack has put, thank you so much. You made my mum's.
You're very welcome, Jack.
No worries. Bless her. Happy 70th birthday, Linda.
You don't let me sing very often.
No, because he burst my eardrums. John Freeman has put, doesn't one of you mates have ginger? Quite a few, actually. Chris Haddington, apparently they will give you some seasickness tablets at reception for free. That's decent.
We need someone to confirm this.
That's
so if anybody is going on the ship soon, go and ask at reception for seasickness.
Well, Mary has just put, that's correct, Chris.
Oh,
so Mary has confirmed it.
Well, there we go. Those poor people that we spoke to on the first time we went on Discovery 2 that had to go and see the doctor for seasickness and paid £100 for 2 tablets. Shame they didn't know that. And it's so good that we're now going to be able to pass that on.
Abstabs has put, what's the longest cruise you can go on? Well, you can go on
Villa V.
We can go on one for 15 years if you want to. Yeah, they're currently buying what they call apartments on a cruise ship, and they get, it's like a lease for 15 years. So
15 years, and they go around the world. 3 years to go around the world. They're currently in South America. They've just been to Galapagos, and I follow them, and I think it's amazing what they're doing. I'd love it. So Villa V, they've bought the apartments on there, and they have got 15 years. There are, I think, apartments that people are going to rent out when they're not on the ship. But Villa V is probably the longest one you can do. And then, of course, you get round the world cruises, which tend to be round about the 90-day mark.
Right. I get it now, guys. I'm sorry. Green apples. So if you eat a green apple, it can help with seasickness.
So I was right.
I thought it was a
David
brand.
was right.
I thought it was a brand or something. I didn't realise. So thank you very much, David. Thank you, Mary, for confirming green apple. Having a green apple.
So that might help.
And they've always got fruit up there in the kitchens or whatever it is. Green apple is very good.
There you go. I didn't know that. I didn't know that either, but it's a good tip to know.
Well, guys, that is everything there on that side. I think we've talked about everything that we wanted to talk about.
Oh, we've still got a few minutes.
So I am going to put it out to you all now. We have asked before, Mary, you weren't here last time, if anybody would want to just come on and say hello at all on one of our lives. Don't be scared. We're a community here of people. We would love to sort of like have a visual face-to-face with you as well. And if not, you can always send us some pictures, videos on the email below, miletravel@icloud.com. Anything that you want to send over to us there, that's always not rude, then we will be happy to present it for you if you give us permission to. Just like Mary sent over a clip of the fireworks.
When did we start doing these live streams? We've done about 9 or 10 now, haven't we? And we absolutely love doing them. And we love the fact that we're getting to know you as well, and that you're sending us stuff, and, we're learning from you as well. We're still pretty new when it comes to sort of YouTube and being vloggers, and it's a massive learning curve. So definitely. It's fun. We love doing it, and we're absolutely loving this live streaming because we love having you come, and when we see the same people coming back, it's like it just makes you feel really good. So keep coming back.
Mary doesn't want to go on a 15-year cruise. I don't think 2 weeks is long enough. Dogs on a cruise. Can you imagine how back you'd be after 15 years?
Oh, I know, but
I always put a stone on easy.
I'd love to try
easy, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's the same though, is it? I think they're probably getting into a routine.
Yeah,
like we over gluttonize when we're on a cruise.
Yeah, and I think they're sort of they only get so many drinks a day they paid something like, I think they were about 120,000 for a basic cabin on there, and then I think they pay about £3,000 each per month. But if you haven't seen any of the Villa V residency videos, go and have a look, because I'm really enjoying following where they are, watching what they get up to. And there's about 4 people on there now that are doing sort of regular vlogs, so I'm sure you'll find one that you like. But it's fascinating. And as I say, South America at the moment, they're going all the way around, and I just think amazing that they're not sort of having just one day at the resorts. They're sometimes getting 2-3 days at the resort, so there's all that rush is taken away.
Alice Boyce has put, I only found you a couple of weeks ago, but you have found your videos. Sorry, but I found your videos really useful when looking into the Caribbean cruise.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's
and
really
you're very
nice
welcome. Yes. Tell your friends. Come and join. Subscribe. Just remember, guys, as well, I hate to say this, but I think that every YouTuber has to say it now. That word subscribe is awful. I wish they hadn't called it that. Subscribing just means you're almost like supporting our page. You're liking it. It means you follow us. Yeah. It doesn't cost you anything. It just means that when there's new content, you get notified of it. And of course, tick the little bell and it's just the bell, isn't it? For
the bell
content.
I mean, people ask, all YouTubers ask on their videos because it's so important to us. Because the more likes, subscribers, people that hit the notifications, repeat visitors, it all helps with your analytics, and that the analytics decide how much your video is pushed out to other people. And obviously we want it to go out to as many people as possible, and that only comes when you build the channel.
Definitely. Thank you, Alice. Steve Marley, think you guys are great. Me and the wife are counting down to our first cruise in April. Wow. 2 weeks in the Caribbean.
Very special. I know. I want to go Caribbean again.
April. We're away in April. So.
Oh yeah, we are. We haven't said about our holiday.
No, we're not going either.
Why not?
Because everyone will be coming. I'm only joking, guys.
It's only for 4 days.
Land-based holiday for 4 days because I'm on rest days. Mary has put £5 gain. £5. I would love to have put £5 on Mary. I put a stone and £2 on in 2 weeks.
I put a pound on a pound. I put a pound on over Christmas, which was really good. But yeah, my last, not the July one, but my last Caribbean cruise, I put stone on. 1 stone.
Me too. I haven't got it off either. And then Christmas came. I got loads of work to do now before April.
So you know what the tip is there, and I've done it on the videos before. If you're going on the Caribbean cruise, try and drop a bit of weight before you go.
Lose a stone to put on a stone.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Yeah.
Right, that comes to the end of our show, guys. Thank you so much.
We're ready. It goes so quick.
I know it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good tonight.
When are we doing another one? Are we going to go back to the 2-week cycle?
June. Let's go back to the 2 week cycle. We only did one this week.
I think we need to give you a bit of a break.
Yeah. I love it. Mary's put, love the blethering tonight. Good to be back. Good night.
It's good to have you back, Mary. We've missed you.
We have missed you.
But thanks for the pictures, because I love seeing it. And Mary was on the ship Christmas, so she had Christmas dinner there again.
Well, everybody, we send you our love. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for so much supporting us. We will see you all in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
Sunday, 2 weeks.
And I'll put out what we got. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but if we've got any news, we'll give you news. We'll give you any more bargains.
My blethering hour.
Yeah, my blethering hour. And maybe we'll look at Discovery 2.
Sorry, John's just put some lovely there. I'll quickly go through them. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Thank you, Stephen. John's put another fun pack live back to work for me. Thank you.
Well, as long as we've given you an escape for it. Oh, no, he was a bit late. For 50 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
And it's always good to have you with us, John.
Alice, night,
Alice,
guys.
good night, and thanks for joining us.
David, see you soon, guys. Great show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody, you have a great night, and we will see you all soon.
You make our night too. So take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.